What is going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Cleveland Browns video for you guys as we are just over 2 weeks away from the 2025 NFL Draft. And as you'd expect, the closer that we get to the draft, the louder the noise will get in regards to who the Browns will be taking with the second overall pick. And honestly, I forgot what this felt like since the Browns didn't have a first round pick the last couple of years. So, yeah, how about that, right? We have a first round pick for the first time in a while. And of course, we're picking top three. Gotta love it, right? Now, in regards to who the Browns could take at number two, of course, it's been flip flopping all off season. It started off with like a mixed bag between Abdul Carter, Shador Sanders, a little bit of Cam Ward, and some Travis Hunter. Then the pro days started, right? And it's essentially gone from Abdul Carter at 2 after his pro day. Then it went to the Browns are somehow going to trade up to number 1 to get Cam Ward, or maybe somehow, some way, the Titans just don't take Cam Ward at 1 and the Browns snatch him up at 2, which I don't think that's going to happen. And then, of course, it went to Shador Sanders at 2. And now, as you'd expect, it's shifted to Travis Hunter. And you may be wondering, where did I get this information? Well, Adam Schefter tweeted this out along with a clip and a link to his podcast with Ty Schmidt. And this is what he tweeted. And I quote, 2+ weeks ahead of the NFL draft, there are signs that point to the Browns now using the number 2 overall pick on Colorado standout Travis Hunter. And like I've said many times on video, as long as it's one of the big 4, I'll be fine with whoever we take. Whether it's Cam Ward somehow, which I would love that. Whether it's Shador, Abdul Carter, or Travis Hunter. Because no matter what, you either get a franchise quarterback, at least we hope he'll be a franchise quarterback, in Cam or Shador. You either get an elite receiver / corner, depending on where you want to use them. Although the Browns are going to most likely use Trav as a receiver. So you're going to get a guy to pair with Jerry Jeudy, which that would be fun. Or you get an elite pass rusher type to pair with Myles Garrett. So regardless, Browns are in a good spot unless they trade down. Then things get interesting. Now, over the last couple days, of course, we've been seeing news come out about private workouts and visits and stuff. And in regards to what the Browns have been up to, well, we're going to start off with this right here. This is from yesterday, as Adam Schefter tweeted out, and I quote, Michigan D tackle Mason Graham is visiting the Browns on Monday, so today. Then the Raiders on Tuesday. And the way I see it, if the Browns trade down, depending on how far, I could see Mason Graham being a legit target. And I wouldn't even be mad. I wouldn't. Because imagine facing a Browns defensive front with Myles Garrett, let's say Michael Hall or Mason Graham, Malik Collins, and then whoever else they have there. Right? I think Shelby Harris is still there. Pretty sure he is. Yeah. And then they might even draft another one. Right? And then, of course, they have the other edge rusher, whoever that might be. But yeah, Mason Graham coming in today for a little visit, so we'll see how that goes. Now, some other stuff coming out recently as well. This came out from Jordan Schultz, as he tweeted out, and I quote, sources, Alabama quarterback Jalen Milroe had private workouts with the Saints and Browns that were described as impressive. He also met with key members of the Jets offensive staff and the Steelers prior to his pro day last month. So there is a legit chance that the Browns could go Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter at 2, and then they potentially trade up from 33, get that 5th-year option, and they draft Jalen Milroe first round. But there's a very, very legit chance they do that. Now, would I be mad if we took Jalen? No. Why? It's simple. Tommy Reese worked with him, and I'm pretty sure we had coaches on the staff for his Senior Bowl team. So they worked with him a lot. And he's a damn good skill set. But my worry is how he throws the ball, you know. Because, man, if we get Jalen Milroe and he's out here looking like Jalen Hurts, that would not be bad, right? I mean, you get a dominant running back like Q, who, by the way, visited the Browns, or he will be visiting the Browns soon. Get Quinshon Judkins or one of these stud running backs. Maybe you bring back Nick Chubb. Of course, get us some good receivers to go with Jerry Jeudy, right? Maybe you draft Trav. Ooh, now we're talking. And of course, if the offensive line can just hold up, then yeah, we'll be really good. But this is what makes draft season so fun. Just the fact that nobody really knows what we're going to do. And that whole day leading up to the draft might be the most stressful few hours of the year for me. Like, for real. Just sitting here, reading up and down Twitter all day on draft day. Oh my God, it's going to be a mess. The rumors, the reports, and stuff. And what's even crazier, we haven't even seen a freaking trade yet involving picks and stuff. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Every team's going to stalemate because nobody is sure who's going to go where. And how long is that going to last? Not long. I bet you after the top 3 are gone, you might see some movement. Teams get desperate. They start hitting the phone lines, and then you'll start seeing movement. Yep. Now, some other visit news from Tom Pelissero just a little while ago, actually, today. And I quote, former LSU tight end Mason Taylor had a visit with the Chargers on Thursday. Taylor also has visits with Seattle and Cleveland coming up, as well as a stop with his father Jason's old team in Miami. Okay, cool. Now, speaking of tight ends, from Adam Schefter earlier today, again, and I quote, Miami tight end Elijah Arroyo has a visit today with the Texans, the Browns on Tuesday, and the Giants on Wednesday. All right, awesome. So, yeah, Browns are getting that work in with the visits. Now, I actually found a list, I don't know how accurate this is, of all the players the Browns have met with this draft season. And in terms of top 30 visits, they've met with Isaiah Bond, of course, Abdul Carter, Harold Fanine from Bowling Green, another really good tight end. Kind of wish the Buckeyes would have went after him somehow in the portal, but nope. Nope, of course not. Of course, Mason Graham, Travis Hunter, Nick Martin, linebacker from OK State. They're going to meet with Jalen Milroe, or they had a workout with Jalen Milroe. Shedeur Sanders, Nick Scorton, whatever, from Texas A&M. Tyler Shuck. Swear to God, they better not. Don't even dare take this dude first or second round. round, I wouldn't be too mad. But if they want to troll the hell out of me, they would take this guy first 2 rounds. If you want to see a generational crash out, let the Browns take Tyler Shuck in the first round. Oh, God. I swear, if they do that, this phone is probably getting thrown against my wall. My remote will be thrown against my TV, and my laptop will get yeeted out the window. Oh, man. Honestly, if my computer didn't cost so much, I'd probably put a hole in it. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, I would not be too happy because there's no way you would take a quarterback like that. It'd be like Brandon Whedon 2.0, age wise. Like, my dude was the backup to Justin freaking Herbert. What are we doing? Damn. Now, they also had a top 30 visit with Dion Walker from Kentucky and, of course, Cam Ward. Now, I'm sure there'll be more names added. I am noticing a lack of Buckeyes. Of course, Quinshon Judkins, I believe, will be meeting with the Browns. So there's that. But is that the only Buckeye so far? I'm pretty sure it has been. I'm sure they've met with some Buckeyes, behind closed doors and like private, but top 30 visits with players that literally played a few hours south of you? Okay. Wow. All right then. Especially a national champion, right? Wouldn't you want a championship pedigree on your team? Right? Players who know how to win the big game? Hmm? Being as the Browns have been trying to do that for what? Like 60 some years? 80 years? Damn near? Getting up there. Oh, man. So, yep, we'll see what more comes out. Oh, look at my freaking face. My freaking camera froze again. Damn it. Evil. Yeah, it straight up just said, yep, I'm out of here. My camera saw me talking about Tyler Shuck, and I was like, yep, I'm out. All right, guys. That's going to wrap it up. Yeah, that's my cue to wrap it up when my camera starts glitching. So, I'll see you all tonight for the national championship, Houston and Florida. With that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Browns. And I'm out. Bye-bye.